everyone, this is Vernon, the Mature Patriot, coming to you by way of Two Busted Thumbs Productions. This is going to be a short intro to a series of videos that I'm going to be doing on my ENCO 1340 lathe with the not rebuild but just a refurbishment of it so I can get it operating so I can do some work with it before I die. Don't know when that'll be. I might get hit by a truck tomorrow. You never know. But it's gone on long enough without getting it done, so we're going to get that done. I'm going to try to have that done. I was hoping to have it done by the end of this month, but this month has about gotten away. I've been dealing with some issues on some property we're trying to buy for my son. My son is trying to buy. He's trying to move back up here from Florida. And it's been a nightmare. You know, the deed says 10 acres. The surveyor looked at it. He said there are 10 3/4 acres. The surveyor looked at it and he said you'll be lucky if there's 5.5 acres. So that is what it is. Don't know what happened on that. The individual who surveyed it before this time didn't register the survey at the courthouse, so there's nothing there that we can look at other than the tax plat map, which is only an approximation. And then we found out that the property won't perk, so we can't put a septic system on it. We could do composting toilets and like that. It's a beautiful piece of property. It's got a beautiful creek on the back of it. I mean, just a place my son could go and relax and deal with his problems. I don't know if I've told you before, but he did tours in Afghanistan and Iraq. He has problems with PTSD, and he thinks this would help him just get back and listen to the creek and stuff and relax and work out his problems. And we're all for getting him here, so doing everything we can to help. But I've been dealing with that for 3 weeks now, so that's why videos have been few and far between, along with some other things we're dealing with, trying to get my mother's house ready to sell. My mom and dad both have passed away, and the 3 boys that are left, we all have our own places, and yes, it's our old home place, but we're all in our 60s now. So we're going to put it up for sale, and it is what it is. But anyway, so I'm going to be working on the ENCO. I've already showed you one video where I derusted the compound slide. It came out pretty good. It does need a little polishing. I've got some Scotch-Brite wheels. That's one thing I didn't show you about some of my recent purchases. I've got some Scotch-Brite wheels that I will work on that with, and of course a buffing wheel. I've got a video I'm processing now that you're going to see right after this, which is derusting the jaws on the one set of jaws off of the 3-jaw chuck. The 3-jaw chuck is not really rusty per se, but it does have that patina, that dark patina you get on steel when it's been in a semi-controlled environment. It's got an oxide layer that I'm going to take off, and hopefully it'll look pretty good when I get through with it. The 4-jaw chuck, I can't remember if I made a video on that or not. It might have been before I started making videos, but I derusted it with an electrolysis process with washing soda and an old school dumb 12-volt battery charger with the anodes and cathodes and all that good stuff. And it did an excellent job. Shop Dog Sam, I watched him do some derusting. Of course, I didn't have the graphite pieces for my I can't remember which one's the cathode and which one's the anode right off, but he used graphite sheets that he cut off of a big graphite block he'd got from somewhere. But I went down to Lowe's and bought some of their 3/32 flat steel, 2.5 inches wide, and cut it to length to fit down in the sides of a 5-gallon bucket, and put the 4-jaw chuck in the 5-gallon bucket and derusted it that way, and it turned out nice. It got most of that patina off of it. Of course, using the electrolysis process, you wind up with pulling a lot of carbon out into that outer layer, and you'll have a black layer on it that you have to get off. But I'm going to try the 3-jaw with using the Evapo-Rust and see if I can get it cleaned up that way. This is going to start a journey on getting this lathe refurbished so I can get the machining. I'm chomping at the bit to get machining. It just seems like it's one thing after another, you know. Now my left knee is popping every step I take. I hope I don't have to have it replaced. I want to see if I can get one of those Medicare knee braces that you see advertised all the time, see if that'll help. I want to do a quick shout out. I'm wearing my Amateur Redneck Workshop t-shirt. I was hoping to be wearing a Double Boost t-shirt, but I've got a Double Boost cap on. But my Double Boost order, which I put in first day that he had that available, somehow wound up with the incorrect zip code on it. So it's been bouncing around the United States for a few weeks now. I contacted the people that shipped it to find out what happened, and then I was able to determine that the zip code was incorrect. So it's been in New Jersey, it's been in several other states, bouncing around looking for the correct address. I was able to contact the post office, send them the tracking number, and send them the information to put the correct zip code on it, so hopefully that will show up here in a week or so. Looking at drinking some coffee in my Double Boost mug. But Harold's got a real nice t-shirt, like the logo, so don't mind wearing it. You may see me in the next few videos wearing several different shirts. I'm trying to design a logo for my channel so I can send some channel stickers out to all the subscribers. I may put up 3 or 4 different logos and have you guys vote on them, because I'm no artist. My son can draw, but I am no artist. So I'll be doing that on the lathe for the next few weeks, doing videos on that mainly, and still showing some recent purchases, because I'm going to have to do those better because they're dragging on way too long. One of my recent purchases, you can see sitting behind me, and I'm sure most of you figured out what it is by now. But I went down and bought one of their little flux core welders at everybody's favorite discount store. And if you've had horrible experiences with this, don't tell me. Let me experience that on my own. That's part of the joy. Yeah, right. Anyway, so I'll be trying this thing out for the next few days and give a review on it. I know it's limited at 125 amps with a duty cycle rated at 90 amps. There's about 3/16 is going to be maybe a 1/4 inch is going to be the heaviest thing I can weld on it. But we'll see how far we can push it. We might even break it. But anyway, so let's get you back up here where you can actually see me. That's where we are. So stand by. I'm going to show you a short video on derusting the jaws on the 3-jaw chuck. I'm not sure which set that is. It's not the outside holding jaws, it's the, well, anyway, it's the main jaws that everybody uses on their 3-jaw chuck, just like your 4-jaw chuck jaws. But man, my mind just went blank on what to call those. But you'll see what they are and which ones they are, and we will go from there. Please stand by. Hey guys, I've had to resort to one of my older cameras. You'll notice in one that I'm uploading now that I lost the sound, but I don't think that was the camera. I think that was a import microphone I was using. Brand new, out of the box. On the camera it showed that it was working well. Showed that the sound was good, but didn't have any sound when I went to display it. Got some still pictures I took of these before I put them in the ultrasonic cleaner. I think I commented on might have been Shadden's video the other day about the fact that routine maintenance on your machine tools is the lifeblood of that tool, because without routine maintenance you'll lose every tool you got. Okay, these are probably metric if I had to guess. Yep. And I probably should have broke these loose while they were still on the lathe. My bad. The previous owner had been using all the time, and it was covered with oil and sludge and schwarf and you name it, it was covered with it. Those are cleaned up pretty good. You can see that right in the center of each tooth up through there is a bright spot where they've had some wear in them. We get her done up, we'll see how much. Stay over here in the frame, I guess. I gotta get that monitor out of the other building. I can mount it on the wall up here, and that way I can tell real quick whether or not I'm in frame like I should be. Those have cleaned up not half bad. Just some stains on them. No pits or anything. Probably clean up real nice with a brass wheel. I'm not going to try to make this thing look like it's a new one, because I want to get working on it. That'd just take too long on this lathe. This is not a rebuild, this is just kind of a refurbishment. Good cleaning. Checking bearings and stuff. I've got 10 gallons of hydraulic oil ordered for the headstock and the ways. The headstock uses a 32 and the ways use a 64. I don't know if the headstock has ever been changed, the fluid in it, but I'm going to change it. This thing was fairly warm when I took it out of there, and the water dried off up pretty quick. What do you think? Not too bad. Well, the schmoo pretty much was removed by the ultrasonic cleaner. Of course, it's not going to take the stains, but it will take all the schmoo off of it. You'll see the before pictures. When I do this video. I hope I'm staying in frame good enough. See the stains on that? I'm going to order me a remote control camera. Get a monitor up on the wall, and that way I can zoom in, zoom out, whatever I need to do without having to walk away from the job. Let's see what it looks like after I brush it down. Everybody knows a good place to buy these brass detail brushes. Let me know in the comments, or send me a message on Facebook, or made Facebook posts today on 3 different sites. Home Hobby Machinist, Machining YouTube. What was the other one? My site. Went to the mailbox today, and what did I have? Sorry guys, I know I'm getting out of frame. Probably got this zoomed in a little too tight. I should back it out a little bit. And what did I find in my mailbox? I had a package from Turn Right Machining. I hope that's your name on that, Keith. I'm terrible with names. Anyway, and what did it have in it? My 2 new T-slot cleaners. The 2019 Barzy Bash commemorative T-slot cleaners. Got two of them. One to use and one to hang up next to the one I got last year. Not get rid of, but put in some storage containers and put them up in the attic here. In case I were to take up hunting again before I die. I ain't gonna get into that. I think I've already told y'all about why I stopped hunting. Guys, it's cleaned up pretty good. Like I say, they're not perfect, but they're pretty clean. Not oily or anything. I'll drop them in some evapo rust overnight, and see if that'll clean up the rest of this. Well, I sure did a good job on those snap ring pliers that Avon got for free. That was a good score. That was a full set. I tell you what, guys, these things had so much crud on them that I couldn't find the numbers on them, so I could make sure I got them back in the same place. So I punched them. Luckily, I put one punch mark on number one. Got to look and see what it did on the other one. If I hit number two, then all is great. See, this is number two. Nope, figures. I put two punch marks. Well, that one don't even have a number on it. I guess they figure if you know where 1 and 2 go, you don't need a mark on 3. What I'll wind up doing is putting one more punch mark on there, and I'll know that's number 3. And it'll all work out in the end anyway. Just to see if the evapo rust will make this any better than what it is. Oh, my toe. Let's see what I'm going to leave on the table. Not what I'm going to knock off, but what I'm going to leave on. You will already have seen a video of the stuff that's on this bench before you see this one. And when I look at this one, if it's not a very good video, I'm going to can it and just do some still photographs of these things. Alright. Let's put them in some evapo rust. You'll see why I had those two metal pieces in there. You know what? I'm going to put those back in there to kind of raise that one side up off the bottom of the tank. Make sure that the evapo rust gets all the way under it. Put this one here. Right there. You see the first item I used the Vapo Rust on in my next video. Well, the video that will be released before I release this video. Leave those there tonight and come back in the morning. I thought you could only leave it in there for a couple of hours, but there was guys talking about leaving theirs in there for overnight, and it did really great. So, all right, guys. Hey, everybody. This is Vernon, the mature not pastry. Hello, everybody.